Warm welcome here to Passage Road Oval at Bateau Bay on the central coast of New South Wales for a very special day in the calendars of both the Entrance Bateau Bay and Killarney Vale. Today is the Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield. It's the very first one. Unfortunately, we lost Jason December of 2025. And today we're playing for a very special cause, Beyond Blue for the Entrance Bateau Bay and the Black Dog Institute for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Ashley Borgs, my name's Shane Darwin with me as well. Killarney Vale 8-2 this year. They sit second on the ladder. Entrance Bateau Bay with an inverse record of 2 wins and 8 losses. The last time they played was 143-36. I don't expect the same margin today, Shane. Although I did tip Killarney Vale I did tip them by 90, but this breeze might have something to say about it. Depends on how well the Entrance Bateau Bay can use the breeze in the quarters that they're lined up. And in this quarter, they're actually starting the game into the breeze. So margins there. Ashley's got myself.
I think you had 40. Yeah,
I've got 40. I thought I had 90.
I think that's what you sent me anyway. If I missed
no, that's all right.
40 there, mate. Apologies.
40 will do. If it gets closer to that, it makes me sound like a genius.
If it's 90, you'll kick me.
As a 90, I might give you a little kick. So there's one jumper change from normal. Anyone that knows Nicholas Stanley-Velt generally plays in the 18. He's playing in 27 today. There's a cup game going on at the moment, and Harrison Pitt and Brandon Thomas have kicked 4 each in the first half. It's 101-7 to Terrigal over Maitland. So we start the contest. Killarney Vale kicking with the aid of a very strong breeze. Henderson looks to get it early, and that one's going to go out of play. Lasso free kick. Even Hendo with his quick speed couldn't get onto that. So an untidy start for the Killarney Vale side, which won't bother them too much as Lyons brings it into play to Otiwi. Terrific play. I think that's going to carry with the breeze, is it? No, good mark taken by Wileman, who cooks a very mean bacon and egg roll. He cooked one. It was on the barbecue when I got here at about 12:30. Nice kick down the line. Around the corner kick there by Murphy. Blocked and smothered by Kenobi. And out of play for the first throw-in of the afternoon. Well, Shane, how many goals do you reckon Ben Roberts have put for his side in his first term? What would be the target for them, given they're kicking with the breeze first?
With the breeze, they want 5 on the board, I reckon.
So go the tap. A very good ruckman is Ben Gibbons. It won't be an easy time for the opposition. They don't really have a recognised ruckman today, Killarney Vale. They've got a few players out in that region. Reeve Simmons, who played a few weeks ago, has been picked in the Giants. The Swans, actually, for the VFL. That's going to go over the top of Smith, and it'll be a second lasso free kick. I thought that was going to hold up.
It looked like it was going to bend back in. Poor old Lockie Anderson again in the wrong spot, looking like he's giving away the lasso again.
So, Tiwi, nice ball that turned over. Thought it might have been, but Harry Levi will take it, the youngster. He's about 5 metres over his mark, and if the umpire let him play that, he'd almost give up the game. That was a good call there by the ump. Pushing it back, said the ump as well. And all is good in the world as Levi sends it in the Gibbons direction. Push out off the play. Wyman's going to get a free here. And into the breeze. Every goal's going to be so important today, especially for the Blues. As they look to be the first to strike through the agency of Jason Wyman. They've definitely started this first 2 minutes very well. Been a lot cleaner with the footy than Killarney Vale. Jason Wyman from just outside the arc. Distance. No problem. Punched over the line in the end. And it will go through for a minor. Good start, though, from the Entrance Bateau Bay, Shane. They've been, as I said, they've been cleaner with the footy.
Yep, indeed they have.
And they just get themselves in a good spot at the moment. Let's see what can happen here. That looked a little high, but I'm not in the best position to see as Pike gets up. No complaints. Good tackle by Kesby. Gibbons against Stewart. I think Harrison Stewart's going to take ruck duties today for Killarney Vale. Slick hand pass there by Ranger. Didn't quite hit a target. Back to Ranger. Blocked. Arthur looking to try and manoeuvre through the pressure. Beautifully done there against Jones. Sends it into Lloyd. Stanley-Velt the deepest. Arthur goes short. Stanley-Velt, that is pinpoint. Picture perfect from the Bombers early. They got the real sense then that if they can do that all game, Shane, that'll be absolutely superb. The movement then.
Yeah, well, they just couldn't pin Arthur down, was it? It was 2 slip tackles, I reckon, on Arthur, and then once he was through, it was game on.
was all Ryan Arthur then. Let's see if Nicholas Stanley-Velt can finish this off. He's a known goal kicker for sure.
Best kick in the league, I reckon, Ash. We'll see whether he does me dirty here.
He's a very, very good set shot. And that's goal number 48 on the season for Nick Stanley-Velt. Great start. Hot start both sides. 6 points to 1. You see the replay. Just reads the breeze well, takes his time, sets self home, puts it straight through the middle.
Yeah, goal umpire didn't move, did he?
Excellent start. Can make goals happen from any angle, Nicholas Stanley-Velt. Been a great addition to the league and a wonderful addition to the Killarney Vale Bombers. 48 goals in a year. Harrison Pitt's the only one that's in front of him at this point. Back in the air. Stewart versus Gibbons, and this is going to be one of those matchups they can exploit today, the Blues, if they can get it forward enough. But Remy, the 50th gamer today, Alex Remy, congratulations to him. Dribbles it down the ground. Contest on. Nice punch from the back there. That was against Murphy. Socket off the deck. Running through it now, Ranger. Ranger goes back and across to Potter. Potter, the former Pennant Hills man. Henderson. Not a bad effort there, but spoiled by lines at the last second. Smith tried to play it to his own advantage. The umpire said play on. Henderson was a little late on the tackle. And a nice mark taken. That was very well done in the end. And almost raking in the mark. Deacon Wright was the one that took the nice mark. Going through at the rate of knots there, Kid. And seeing it over the boundary line was Kyle Sterry for the Entrance Bateau Bay. So 25 minutes straight these quarters here in the Black Diamond Cup for men. See Brendan Lewis really enjoying the umpire's signal, the boundary umpire. Kesby in front, trying to play it to his own advantage. It's about the second time his hand pass hasn't hit a target. Atiwi looks to do the clean-up work. The rep play was sensational in Canberra. Over the back. And that ball has just trickled over the boundary line now. It's a little bit tough to see here at ground level. Might even stand on this little platform here under the scoreboard, Shane. Give myself a bit of height.
Give yourself an extra foot or two, yeah.
An extra foot for a bloke of 5'8". So that one comes into play. Spinning back, Gibbons. Nicely sharked. That was well done there by Levi. Bouncing ball, very awkward. Trying to get it. Murphy overran at the last second. Tries to break the tackle round the corner. Oh, yes. Pat Murphy had to do it himself. That was sensational. And the Blues are in front into the breeze early in the contest. 1-1-7 to one straight goal. Good finish there from Pat Murphy. Thought he'd almost overrun it there and done too much, but a tap down from Wildman was excellent. He just overran the footy there, and he broke the shackles off Jabe's Kid and went around the corner for a very special goal indeed. He's a terrific player, Pat Murphy. Got 2 last week. And he's bagged himself another one today. Scott Reid will be very happy with that one there, Shane.
Indeed he will. Murphy's showing his experience, isn't he? Just obviously played plenty of games at this ground and must understand the conditions well. That was a quality goal.
So into the air it goes. Gibbons. Nicely hacked out. Pretty sure that's Levi. Around the body. Trying to get it there. Deacon Wright mishandles. Umpire says hold the football. Not sure at what point it was under control, but the umpire says it and it's paid anyway. So Deacon Wright sends it in. Gutsy effort there from Hector to run back with the flight. Going to ground is Lewicki. And a nice bit of play from Jason Wildman, who's up and about in the contest. Brendan Lewis about to come onto the field for his compadre in Alex Remy, the 50th gamer. To ground it goes. Pigeon out to Lewis. Lewis. Ball to Henderson was very good. Pressure at the back was excellent from Atiwi. He's going to be given the free kick for a hold. Actually, it was Hayden Clark. Thought it was Atiwi there, but it was Hayden Clark that got the free kick. Did well. Lewis doing what he does best and getting in front of the pack. Tried to go to Pigeon. Well tackled there by Sterry, and they're up and about the Blues in this Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield. Not here to be the easy beats today. Atiwi with class. Looking to link up. Kick was just a little bit overshot, and the mark's taken by Flack. And that could be 50. It's a reversal of free. Reversal free kick. Something's just happened off the ball, Shane. I don't know exactly what it was, but
I don't know whether it was off
and
the
it's
ball.
going to go 50 as well.
I think the original call was actually the Entrance Bateau Bay was what the umpires are saying. But yeah, that looked like a mark to Flack to me. I'm not sure.
Well, I might have given away a free kick for a push anyhow. It doesn't matter what it is. Harry Levi, the teenager, is going to put through the Entrance Bateau Bay's second goal. And they're going to be in front by 7, Shane, in the first 10 minutes of the game where they're kicking against the breeze, which is quite strong. These are two very important goals for the Entrance Bateau Bay.
Yes, I did not have this in my predictions tab. I'll give you that.
No, definitely not. There's Nicholas Arney just coming in a shot of the YouTube clips on him. He's just coming back after injury, Nick Arney. Famous for a very special play in a match earlier this season where he kicked the match winner on the siren. So it's good to see him back up and about running around, and hopefully he'll be back in the Blues team soon. Gibbons got beaten then by Stewart. To ground it goes with Greentree, trying to hack it out. Goodall, nice little kick along the deck there, Ranger. Hand pass back and across, Smith to finish. Oh, that's classy. Wonderful finish, Nathan Smith. And as quick as a flash, Shane. That took all of about 12 seconds. Marvellous finish.
He's a big in today, isn't he, Smith, coming back into the side. He's a class player, and that finish, outstanding.
Let's get that back on the replay. Henderson's hand pass was electric, and his gather off the deck was sensational, and then the finish in with the breeze, curled it around, just made it look easy. That's how quickly they can do it.
Yeah.
That's how efficient they are when they get moving.
Entrance Bateau Bay still in front, though.
They are in front by a point. And the umpire just gets it in the air again. Gibbons. Stewart's starting to work out how to play against this against Ben, which is good for him. He's the fourth choice today. They don't have Logan Mahallam. They don't have Reeve Simmons.
Aidan Wallace could probably ruck as well for
They
him.
don't have Aidan Wallace. So it's a few outs there for the ruck department as Henderson went to ground at the wrong time, trying to pick it up there and doing well. Cohen Crook sending it up in the air, camped underneath at Potter. Good effort on the pressure by Wright, but Potter's too strong. Takes the grab over the back. This is a Tiwi. Cop one across the chops. That was a lazy bump. I think Flack was underneath that one. More reminiscent of one of those chop blocks he's been practicing for NFL training. No, they've given him the free kick for the contact below the knees.
Yeah,
Smith from there. I thought he was going to have a go, Smith. And he probably could have. He's got the leg for it.
Yeah, tough one for a Tiwi there to give that one away, but it was kind of there. He did do below the knee contact, but he was also going for the ball. So
yeah, that contact below the knees rule doesn't matter if you're going for the footy
exactly,
or not, as long as you make a contact. So, well, Tiwi, he's been good early. He's great every week. Expect him to poll highly in the Elliot Davey medal. That should be a mark at the back there to Kidd. Kidd, short, not great.
Ooh.
Puts his teammate under immense pressure there. He did beautifully. Calvin Bond, pressure from the Blues immense. And they hold it in. That was very good from Mitch Eade. A lot of life left in Mitch. He's a terrific player, an even better bloke. Gibbons got it down. Nice hand pass out. Good kick away. Bond, high to the sky. Lloyd's got Stanley Velt one out. He's going to hit it to him. It's going to go over the back. Henderson, great vision in the end. I thought he was going to Stanley Velt, but he saw Henderson in the corner. Tremendous hit from Brandon Lloyd. And Lachlan Henderson to have a shot for goal. He's in a very good spot for it too. Scores a level here at Passage Road. Any score will put the Bombers in front. And that one looks like it's going to bend back nicely, but it hits the post. That was a good kick, Shane. He did everything right. It just didn't get the curve it needed at the end.
Yeah, well, we've said all day you got to aim at that right hand goal post, which he did.
He did everything right.
He aimed too well. Hit the bloody thing.
Did everything right. Bombers in front. 2-2 to 2-1. This one is in the hands of Entrance Bateau Bay. I think it's Murphy. Kenobi couldn't get it. Ball to ground. Bombers everywhere at the moment, but they turn it over. Oh, good effort to fly. Probably went up about a week early there was Nathan Smith. It was a decent looking fly for the cameras, but that was about all it was. Hand pass to IT where he tries to turn on the afterburners and send in a short one. Lewis reads it best, couldn't pick it up first go. Nice effort there from the Blues. Pretty sure that was Lewicki. Here you go, Killarney Vale through the agency of Pigeon. Gets it back to Smith, who's calm, but the kick wasn't there. Turns it over to Xavier. Not sure they've quite got the breeze under wraps yet, the Bombers, as that one went over the top. Nice effort there from Eade. Couldn't get it. Kidd, over the top hand pass wasn't right. Murphy, Kidd went to butter up. Did well, holding the ball. Bit tough on Murphy there, I reckon, Shane. He wasn't really trying to beat a tackle. He just picked the footy up. But Lewis will take the resultant free kick and go short over the top to Arthur. Rep Player of the Year a couple of years ago, Ryan Arthur. Excellent footballer. Being told to move it. Centralise the footy to the top of the arc. Good mark taken. I think that's Cohen Crook. It is Crook. Excellent effort. Clark went to hit or two. He missed it. Oh, nice work, Lewicki. That's great pressure from him. Umpire says, I'll have it. Geez, been a bit of a live wire, the 21 for the Entrance Bateau Bay, hasn't he, Shane?
Yes, yeah, yep.
Those golden locks, you don't miss him. Be great at training under the lights too. So it comes out the side here to Nathan Smith. Nice chase there from Kesby. Arthur avoids the pressure from Wildman. Lewis back to Smith. Smith's taken this football back about 60 metres. Then he's kicked it back another 25 or 30. At least they've still got the footy in hand. Smith wants the footy back. And that's going to be 50 metres for encroachment. Need to stand. So 50-metre penalty. Umpires have been right on top of it early. Jaden Banfield, centre of the pitch. Gives it to Smith. That's not bad delivery. Henderson almost worked underneath it there by Lyons. Play on, says the ump. They still work at holding the footy. Henderson will just duck back and give the ball back to his teammate who'll have a set shot here. And that one was in the hands of Carter, who dished it off. That is some sort of kick from range, but it's to the right. Bombers starting to get into the groove. 2 goals, 3 to 2 goals, 1. Just under 8.5 minutes to go in the first term, Shane. Been a good effort from the Entrance Bateau Bay this term.
Really has. Yep, two goals in the breeze is a great effort.
Nice Mark Lloyd. They've been really game in this quarter. Nice short ball. That's a terrific pass. Great pass. Hits Nathan Smith without having to move. Now, there's absolutely no doubt Nathan Smith will make the target. It's whether he can hit with accuracy. He's got one. Callum Rangers just inquiring whether he's coming off or not. That's a pretty good hit for Smith. That is a marvellous strike from Nathan Smith. They get around him. It's a badly needed goal from Killarney Vale Bombers. 3 goals with the breeze, 6 scoring shots to 3. The score's 21 to 13. Nathan Smith has 2. Shane cues up another one of these wonderful replays that have been a great feature of the coverage this year on The Scene. You can stream it on The Scene repeatedly on our AFL Hunter Central Coast YouTube channel, and thank you so much for being a subscriber this year and being part of it.
That's it. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help grow the league.
Smash the like and subscribe button. Give it a real smash. Umpires have blown the whistle. And I think it's because Gibbons encroached the centre line. Hector. Spiralling punt kick there, looking for Matheson. Matheson on the bounce. Got it out. Umpire says play it. No, says holding the ball. They've been hot on the whistle today, the umps. But they've been consistent, Shane, and that's the main thing. Play the same thing up the ground as you do at the back, and you do it in the first and you do it in the last, and no one will have a complaint at all. Wildman went up. Nice little spoil. Trying to work through the contest. Well done there, Pike. Pike got it to a player that's all on his own. That's Brandon Lloyd. How does he get on his own in a forward line, Shane? I don't know. You'd almost have 2 on him. You wouldn't let him out of his side if you're a back, but might have got sucked into the contest. So Lloyd from the pocket. Traditionally, he's better from a set shot in the pocket than he is dead in front. That's been this year's form anyway. Kicks that with real authority, and he drills it through the middle too. Wonderful strike, Brandon Lloyd. To go with the bag he kicked last week, he gets on the board today. And it looks a little bit better now for Killarney Vale. 4-3-27 to 2-1-13. It's still got 6 minutes to go. Plenty of time to get a couple more goals to justify the quarter they've had. I reckon Ben Roberts would still say they've underplayed so far as Luke Flack comes onto the ground. And, as we've been threatening to say all year, Shane Holly's brother.
That's it. Don't know whether the fans next to you are listening. They weren't picking up. Right. They weren't picking it up.
Didn't pick it up. I'm calling her Luke's sister all year. No, it's Holly's brother. So umpire just waiting. 20 minutes gone. Lead 14. Sunny conditions here at Passage Road Oval with a fair bit of a breeze as Goodall. Former Fielder medalist, best of fairest in AFL Sydney. Lloyd gathered that beautifully, takes a bounce. This will be a stunning goal, but he just fluffs the lines at the end. They still put the pressure on Killarney Vale. Nice tap back there from Cohen. Goodall puts his head down and goes through the pressure. Smith can go round the corner, but he goes disciplined across the ground. Nice effort. Arthur tries to pick it up. Good pressure from the Blues. Gibbons got the ball off the deck. Hacked out of the air. Oh, Lewicki almost got underneath it. Killarney Vale recycle. And it's going to be turned over. Not quite. Body pressure was good. That was excellent from Nathan Smith. Shrugs the tackle there of Greentree. Sends the footy to the air. Lloyd in the contest. He's too deep. Coming in from the side, Arthur. Ball comes down. Cohen. Nice pressure, Arthur. Hand pass back. And that's well done in the end from the Bateau Bay Blues from Clark. Ball comes out to Goodall. Goodall avoids the tackle there. Sends it out to Ranger. Ranger sets sails. Hits it to the left. Good pressure then from the entrance Bateau Bay, Shane.
It was, but yeah, equally good in return from the Bombers too. You thought that the entrance Bateau Bay were going to get something and run it out there, but that pressure from both sides very hot on. Bombers kept it in, not able to score the goal though.
Wyman's gone down then, and that was in back play. Stewart and him had a bit of a coming together. It wasn't a big one. Just went down under his own steam. Stewart. Arthur to the front. Almost got it down. Nicely done. Lloyd crushes. Good tackle. That was in there by Murphy. Players bouncing around everywhere. That's a good tackle in the end. Wittenberry for the entrance Bateau Bay. Just over 3 minutes remain in this first term. Big pack of players. Ball to ground. Murphy. And in there as well is Hector. Really good contest so far. I know that the Killarney Vale side are in front. Anyways, Arthur goes round the body. Nice effort to touch it over the line.
Yeah, it feels as though Gibbons had the early ruck domination, and Killarney Vale have worked that out a little bit now, and they've sort of bottled that up a little bit. We haven't seen the entrance Bateau Bay get it down their end now for the last probably 10 minutes or so. Smith.
Oh, terrific hands. Have a go yourself, Nathan. He's got the boot to kick it from here. If you can run around Lewicki, does a disciplined thing, but once again, just overcooks it with the breeze. I'd just love to see him have a go from out there, Shane. He's got the leg. He's got the leg. He's got the big breeze. He knows where it's got to go.
He's probably been best on ground so far for my mind as well.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Is in front of the contest there, Flack. So Flack will take it. 2 minutes to go. This guy's got a big boot. Sends in a drop punt. Once again, though, you can see the entrance Bateau Bay. They're just camped there about 30 to 40 metres for that little disciplined chip. Mark taken Potter. Potter sets sail. Rush of blood. That one's going to just fall short. And I think it's out on the full. Kick to be taken by Zach Wittenberry. So just under a minute and 3/4 to go in quarter number one. 29 points to 13 as Goodall can't get underneath it. Just trying to bullock his way through and get that footy. Hand pass over the top there, Potter. trying to get it. There's Matheson. Matheson spins through. Well done, Matho, says the bench. Hector out the back to Stewart. Stewart mishandles. Pressure's on here from right. He goes past him. Back to Smith. Lewicki's been great with the pressure. Smith got one a little late. Play on, said the ump, and mark taken by Stewart. Stewart to Hector. Spins out of trouble. Gives him one for his good measure too. Lewicki hung on for dear life, Alexander. And they get the free kick. It should have been a two-eye free kick to start with for the high fend up to the chops, but he held on and got the hold on the ball free kick. And there's Smith again. He's doing this. He's just doing as he likes at the moment, Shane.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't look to have a direct opponent either, Potter. About 45 seconds to set something up here, the Bombers. See if they can get another goal and a kick. The targets just haven't been hit. When they have, but they look great when they can, but they've missed a lot of targets in this first term, the Bombers. Ball over the top. Nice hand pass out there from Bond. Tried to relieve the tension. Arthur outside of the boot. Lloyd the targets. That is sensational. His hands are among the best in the comp. And he's going for goal number 2.
Last play of the day too, Ash.
Yeah, it'd be the last
not the day, sorry. I mean the quarter.
Last play of the quarter. He's got 36 goals this season plus 2 in the rep against South Coast in a winning team. So he's looking for goal number 37 on the season. Angle a lot easier than the one he kicked the first goal with. And he's kicked it to the left-hand side. It should be just about quarter time here at Passage Road.
Yeah.
25-minute quarters unless they're...
Yeah, they're there's still a minute left above us, but yeah.
Oh, there you
I've
go.
got 25 minutes, and I banged that when they started the first whistle, so there we go.
There you go.
We got a long quarter.
26-minute quarter. How good. Well, the Bombers won't mind.
Not with the breeze.
If they work out they've played a minute extra, I'll tell you what, they'll be filthy, the Entrance Bateau Bay. Henderson's got a bit of claret on the mouth. And Jackson Potter is looking to go for goal. He's a former Pennant Hills player, 275 games. He's kicked 111 goals in his career. And he's going for his 3rd goal for the year. That looks pretty sweet off the boot. Swinging back late, missing to the left, the right. You just hear the players talking off camera here, Shane, on the effects mic there, saying it's a tough breeze to score with.
Yep.
So goals are hard to come by. 3 goals the margin, 18 points. The Tiwi got great hands, excellent talent, emerging talent. We've got 14 seconds left in the quarter by Play AFL. So hopefully if that's connected to a timekeeper, that'll be great.
Well,
and even that's out. There you go. So quarter time here at Passage Road Oval. 2 goals to Nathan Smith, 1 to Stanley Velt and 1 to Lloyd. Likely contributors for the Bombers. Pat Murphy and Harry Levi, the goal scorers for the Entrance Bateau Bay, who put in an excellent shift against the Breeze in the first term. The margin's 18. Shane and I'll have a short break and we'll be back for the second quarter.
return to Passage Road Oval, where it's quite a solid half by the quarter by the Entrance Bateau Bay, kicking a couple of goals against the breeze. We thought maybe this breeze was worth 4 or 5 goals. So for the Entrance Bateau Bay to be within 2 goals 6 of the Bombers was a good effort for their first quarter. They certainly made ground early on, Ash, when Gibbons was dominating the ruck. Killarney Vale then sort of worked that out and managed to kick back a little bit after that. I suppose the question for my mind is really, can the Entrance Bateau Bay now do something with the wind?
Yeah, look, they've got the capability. You could see that around the ground. I really liked the games at the moment from the Entrance Bateau Bay. They've been very game in the attack. Liked Gibbons started well. Wyman was really hot early. Lewicki's been just a little fox terrier in the forward line. He's chased everything that moved. Tiwi always plays a good game.
Yep.
Kesby's played well. Murphy's played quite well too. So they've got some good, efficient players. Cohen Crook's been solid too. So they've got the players on the deck. So just a few scores from around the grounds. Terrigal Avoca, they're about 4 minutes from three-quarter time. It's 147-9 against Maitland, and Harrison Pitt has 8 goals.
And when's that three-quarter time, Ash?
So we're not at three-quarter time yet. We're about 4 minutes away when I looked. So that score could have been bigger then. And Harrison Pitt's got 8 goals in the match to take him to 65 from 11 matches, which is just incredible. He's still on target for 100 this year.
Yeah, wow.
And just as I speak, with a minute and a half to go, it's 154-9. And Brendan Thomas has got 4 as well. Warners Bay 25-70 in front of Cardiff early. And in the Women's Cup, Terrigal Avoca 88, Maitland 27, Cardiff 38, Warners Bay 10. And at quarter time at number 1 Sports Grounds, Newcastle City 38, Nelson Bay 0 in the Women's Cup. Going to script there for the Newcastle City side. Just need to try and keep pace with Killarney Vale at the top. We start the action here in the second term. The Entrance Bateau Bay will kick with the breeze. Gibbons, like a man possessed, in the ruck for the first tap. They get it to ground, nicely done. Pike, hand pass back. They've got a lot of time to dispose of the ball. This ball hangs in the breeze. Nice effort to rove there. Greentree got taken to ground hard by Bond. And Bond slowly releases. Greentree did well then. Ben Greentree. It was a good little rove. He read that well off the back. Gibbons and Stewart. Stewart will use his jumping prowess, and Gibbons will use his size and strength. It's not a bad selection by Ben Roberts, actually, given there's no Reeve Simmons, Aidan Wallace, Logan Mahallam. It's not a bad pick. Perfect angle here to watch this boundary umpire spin it back in a plate. Perfect throwing technique. We love that. Arthur got the nice rove. Tap down to Pike. 4 to the 5. And good strength. Brandon Lloyd, too good. It's about 45 out. Maybe 50 when he strikes. See if he's got the leg for this. Generally very sound. He's a nice long kick of the footy. Accuracy's let him down a few times this year. But he's still being one of the better goal kickers in the comp in season 2026. That's beautiful.
Have a look at that.
That is beautiful from Brandon Lloyd. He's got 2. Got the boots on today, Shane, for kicking goals. And first goal of the second term into the breeze.
And very good of him to do it right in front of the camera too, so we could follow that one the whole way along.
Yeah, it was a nice strike from Brandon Lloyd. And that's what you want from your key forward. Reliable goal kicking, and someone that can just continue to kick it straight. Brandon Lloyd, 204 goals in his career, plus the 2 he's got today. 206, he's got 37 this year. To ground it goes. Nice effort. Well done there from Xavier. Tried to get it. Hector went to the side. Nicely moved. Nearly got intercepted and cut off. Hector. Nice kick after Arthur, who just put it down under the pressure. Whirl tried to beat him to the punch. Nice hand pass backwards to Flack. Flack sends a low ball, just wrong foots his teammate there in Stanleyveld. The Entrance Bateau Bay clear. That ball's gone right over the back of James Kidd, and I actually don't think the Blues care if that ball's gone out for a lasso free kick, Shane. They just wanted to get it out of trouble. Kidd will take the free. Dish it off to Hector. Hector, back to Kidd. Lewicki, put on the pressure, and I like that. He's been very good at it all afternoon. Nice tackle there from Arthur. Lloyd, off the wrong foot, sets it up for a teammate. That's Stanlenveld. Worked hard, snap round the corner. Missed it to the left. It was well done, though, by Nicholas Stanlenveld. Beat his opponent to it. Taking the kick in, Adam Lyons. Good start here from the Bombers early in this second. Cameron Whirl to retrieve the kick in. It's a nice long kick, and you can see what the Blues are trying to do. Flying from the back there, Remy. Hand pass came back to Kidd. Pressure on there by Kesby. Lewicki did well again to get a hand in it. Wildman, Lewicki tried to get it forward. Nice work there, Kidd. Got it out to Lewis. Lewis left it behind. Kidd with about 5 touches in about 70 or 80 seconds. Taken down by an Alexander Lewicki and Jason Wildman sandwich. And it's going to be holding the ball. He did try and dodge him, so umpire right to call it. Sends it to the air. Pushed underneath it there, Murphy. Umpire said that's a very good manipulation of the body. And I'll leave it at that. It was a very early manipulation as well. Bond. Dead in front of goal, but about 30 metres from the goal line. Kick in the Smith direction. Oh, Lloyd. Beats Cohen Clark to the punch. Cohen Crook to the punch again. Crook's played really well, but he just can't keep up at this point. Lloyd just leading him to the ball. Smith round the corner. Stanlenveld. Delivery off the left foot there from Smith was just stunning.
Wasn't it just?
Calvin Bond for a very well-earned break as Alex Goodall comes on. They take one great player off and they bring an even better player on.
Well, the mark by Lloyd was outstanding. The kick by Smith was outstanding. Can Stanlenveld finish it off with an equally good kick?
So, our partner in crime, Corey Hopper, calls him Santa Goals. He's got one. Let's see if he can double the tally this afternoon. It's a pretty elementary kick for someone of his class. And the umpire's going to make it about them at this point. Go the consult.
No.
And it's a point. Well, I can tell you, the umpire's made the right decision because the rule is if the goal umpire doesn't know, then the decision has to be a point.
Not sure we're playing with a pool umpire, though, as our goal umpire down that end, though.
No, and that's why the umpire has to overrule it. And if the goalie's not sure, the field umpire will just tell you it's a point. And that's as simple as that, and unless they're certain. So it's spinning back in. They're working around the side here, Killarney Vale. And a nice, safe pair of hands there, Zach Wittenbury. He's been pretty handy. Been a short in the back line. That kick, Remy punched it over the top. Steaming through Kesby. That was well done by the 14. Going to ground at the wrong time. Flack just picked it up and drove it long. Henderson extends his body as far as he can make it go. He's about 50 out. Sends it in the direction of Stanlenveld and hits him on the chest, lace out. Beautiful kick from Henderson. And the Bombers are slowly but surely tightening the grip here on the Entrance Bateau Bay Blues here on Mental Health Match. Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield. Alex Pike's been really good today, Shane, in the 5. It's been excellent. Stanlenveld looking for his second as Remy comes off. Usually pretty good on the set shot. Well, you know what, Shane? If he gave the goal umpire doubt in the last one, he gave him absolutely no doubt with that one. That was straight through the middle. And you don't need to go consulting for that one. 2 goals to Stanlenveld, 2 to Smith, 2 to Lloyd, 6 for the Bombers. The lead is 32. Have a look at the replay. Stanlenveld, one of the best set shots in the comp.
Yeah, I think he is the best set shot in the comp. As good as Lloyd and Pitt and whatever are for goal kicking. I love Stanlenveld's action. I think he's very reliable. And if I had to have someone kick for my life, I'd be picking him or Mia Wilson, I reckon.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, Nicholas Stanlenveld, he's just continues the tally. Blues send it deep. Working hard there is Eade. Stanley Vale last year played for the Macleay Valley Eagles. Only played 2 games and then went to the Southern Football League and played with Moorabbin. So he was very lightly played last year, which gives him all the energy to come here to Killarney Vale and do some damage. Nicely cleared away there, Potter. He's very good at that. He just picks up and kicks. Stanley Vale stands underneath. Running through it the right of Knots. Good hand pass to Wittenbury, who sends it to Wildman. Wildman, nice mark in front of 34 there of Minette. He goes long, Wildman. This will be a beauty. What a finish. Jason Wildman, goal of the afternoon in the Men's Cup. That was a beautiful strike from a long way out. Been told it might be 60. Tell you what, you're a pretty good fisherman. I'll say 70. How's that?
Let's have a look at the replay.
It was a long way out.
Where he kicked it from, but it was a fair way back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a long way. And that was back behind that light tower.
Yeah,
so, yeah, it could be the best part of 55, 60. Easy. Have to go and have a look at that at half-time, actually, Shane. That was a great kick, though. Wyman's on the board, and they've got 3. That's a well-deserved goal for the Entrance Bateau Bay. They played really well today. Been very competitive against a highly talented Killarney Vale Bombers. Few players not in the lineup today. There's a few players not in the lineup every week.
666 for someone. I can't work out who.
Centre square infringement if it's a free kick.
Yep, okay, might be right.
Alex Goodall's got the footy. He wants a stat. No, he's giving the ball back.
I think it was a 666.
Yeah, got to be a 666. Not a bad rule. I don't mind the 666 rule. It just means you've got to count, and that's the thing. Not strong at counting when I'm umpiring for it. When I was umpiring, I really hated counting it. Ball came back. This is Kesby, who's been really good. Round the body, nice kick. The bounce of the ball will be interesting here. Murphy almost read it best. Did well to tackle. You're going to clear it away. It was a real hack. Came out here to Regateri. That's disciplined. To Eade, who couldn't quite. Wildman, hand passed out. Round the body kick there by Wright. Trying to soccer it off the deck there, Xavier. And it's cleared away eventually. They'll want to touch it before it goes out because it'll be a free to the Entrance Bateau Bay, but it doesn't quite matter at this stage. Entrance Bateau Bay will just take a reset through the agency of Taj Regateri. Coming onto the field is Harry Levi. So Regateri kicks it straight to Hector. Hector's hands always solid. Disposal not too bad. He just got that one over the top of Barker to Arthur. Standing the mark there, Clark saying, let me go. Kick wasn't too bad to Henderson. On the chase there is Lyons. Henderson swings around to his favourable right boot and sends it back to the top of the arc. Ranger tried to get in the play. Nice hand pass, Flack. Out the back to Arthur. Looking to set up. Pops the footy up over the top, and right at the back in the perfect spot was James Kidd. Read it best. James Kidd looking to kick his first goal of the afternoon. $245 games. Hasn't kicked a goal this season in the Black Diamond Cups. Looking for his first of the year. And he's still looking for his first of the year. So 6 goals, 9.45 to 3-1, 6.10.46 to 3-1.19. Been a lot of players in his team today, Shane, and both sides actually have had good games. It's going to be difficult to hand out a voucher in about 2.5 quarters time. Here's one that was an early contender in Nathan Smith, who's just coming on. Long bomb, Pat Murphy. That's a massive kick. Over the top, read it best again, Kidd. He's gone from one end of the field to the other. That's amazing. To Remy. Remy looking to go long to Smith, I reckon. Smith's at the back unguarded. He could go for a hanger here. Instead, he just floats into the football and just takes it calmly on the chest. That kick was beautiful. And it's hit Lloyd very comfortably. That actually might have been Matheson. No, it was Lloyd. Stanley Velt, read it beautifully, couldn't drag down the air conveyance. Hacks it around the corner, how's the bounce? Stanley Velt salutes the little crowd we've got here at Passage Road and says, I meant every bit of it. That was a classy finish. And he's got 3 for the game. That's wonderful stuff from Nicholas Stanley-Velt. We'll have a look at the replay.
Came in here and he bobbled it a couple of times and thought maybe that was enough for the Entrance Bateau Bay to get a hold of him, but it wasn't. And once he put the ball on the boot, it's never in doubt.
He's great on the set shot, but tell you what, he's done well to get that. And Play AFL says he's kicked 439 goals, so it's 442, including the ones today. And that is his 50th goal for the season. So well done to Nicholas Stanley-Velt. He's the second player to reach the milestone this year. Barker had it taken off his hands by Lloyd, who's back in the centre. Trying to pick it up there is Matheson. Great tackle, holding the footy. Well challenged. Very nice stuff there from the Blues. Cameron will take the free kick and dish it off to Wittenbury. Wittenbury, put a teammate under pressure, and Tiwi handled it like a professional. Hand pass over the top, the give and go. Drives it down the side looking for Wildman. Remy got the body in between. Nice pressure here from the Blues, and they did well to just keep it in the vicinity of the wing just as Killarney Vale were about to break away. So the umpire will put this in the air, and just like that, Shane, we're 14 minutes into the second term. Had one look down then and went, gee, that's gone quick. It's been a fascinating game. Killarney Vale are the stronger side, and you can clearly see that, but the Entrance Bateau Bay are putting up a great fight. Stanley-Velt takes it off the ground, gives it off to Henderson. Nice pressure there, Jones. Backdoor handball by Bond was effective to Goodall, who went high to the sky. Nice fly there from Ragateri, who put it to the ground. Ranger lurking. Wittenbury clearing. Flack receiving. Flack sizing up the option. Nice long kick. Very long kick. That's a belter. Ryan Arthur, resting in the forward line, takes the mark. About 12 to 13 metres out from goal, Ryan Arthur, and should be able to finish it from here.
These two would have played a fair bit of footy together. How many times do you think Flack's kicked to Arthur in their career, Ash?
It'd be a few. Well, he's only got the solitary goal in the Black Diamond Cup this season from 9 games, and he's doubled his tally in season 2026. That is his second goal of the season. And Ryan Arthur puts up the 8th goal for the Killarney Vale side. His other goal came against the Entrance Bateau Bay in round number 3, Shane.
There we go. I should have remembered I was there for that Anzac Day.
And that one was put over the top. So 8 goals, 10-58, 3-1-19 to the Entrance Bateau Bay. The margin 39. 9.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Hope you're enjoying Mental Health Match, the Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield. Live and exclusive to the scene. You streamed it on the scene. Ashley Borg here with Shane Darwin. Marvellous pictures and audio as always. Streaming out the middle is Pigeon. Just getting a few players to rotate through the guts here, Shane. I like that from Ben Roberts. Clark to Kesby. He's been serviceable, Ryan Kesby. Oh, and he just got smacked there by Lloyd. Ball went high in the sky. Remy camped underneath it, and he takes nice one for the scene cameras on his 50th game. Chipping ball, Kesby. Almost got there, but Hector just had the size. Lloyd might be the next target here, but he goes short to Bond. Lloyd just on the centre wing here, not really looking to make an influence. Tried to get it, there was Whirl. Ended up with it was Crook. Gave it across, and that was not really well done at all there by the Blues as Smith tries to reel it in, working with it. Levi, good decision by the umpire. Great decision by the umpire. Smith dragged it in.
He did, yeah.
Stood up with the football, didn't get rid of it, and was tackled fairly by Levi. Great decision by the ump. Kicked it across the ground. Wasn't the best decision to make. He tried to go to a Tiwi. Good collision there with Ranger. Picking up the footy and setting sail for home. That is a pretty long bomb. And I think it's a free kick relayed. I think it's a relayed free kick. I don't know if the umpire's going to ask if it went through for a goal or not. But Nathan Smith is going to get the easiest goal. Even I would have kicked that, Shane. 3 goals for Nathan Smith.
My only goal was from about that far out too, Ash, and it did come off above the knee, but we don't mention that when we tell the story. So
nothing above the knee on that one. As it was a bit of confusion about the downfield. There was no doubt it was a downfield free kick. The umpire was very clear. Nathan Smith said, do I take the footy and kick a goal, or does it get given back to the player that kicked it? The umpire said, you know what, Nathan, you're a hell of a nice guy and a damn good footballer. We'll give you a goal.
That's
How's
right.
that?
And maybe they're going to go halves in the scene stealer voucher if Nathan's lucky enough to take that out.
Oh, wow. So ball comes out, Hector. Nicely done, Mason Carter. Great fist. That was by Whirl. In the contest now, Flack. Dashes away and sends it long. In the contest, diving effort. Nearly took the mark, Henderson. Cleaned up by Cohen Crook. Spoiled away was Brent. I'm pretty sure it was Pigeon. And going to ground was Potter. That looked high then.
It did. Look like a little...
And it is a free kick.
Yeah.
Well spotted. That was against Taj Ragatarian. He do well not to do that again to Jackson Potter, I tell you. That was a great kick to Stanley-Velt. They're working like a terrific unit. One thought it was Alex Goodall. He did it too, but then I looked up and it was Potter. You wouldn't want to do it to Goodall, that's for sure. He's coming onto the field now. The Fielder medalist, former Fielder medalist.
Broadest shoulders in the league, I reckon.
Oh, he's got boulders. So Stanley-Velt looking for his 4th goal here. They've only had 4 goal kickers. He's usually really good, and this is a good pocket for him. Stanley-Velt, wobbler. He looks like he's missed that one. So 3 goals for Stanley-Velt. 9 goals, 11.65. 2 for Spoons, of course. So one's over the top, Murphy, top mark, and he's got streaming away Xavier. He's just got to go over the top and hit him, but he's gone to someone else. Looking to turn and burn and snap around the body. Oh, he's gone to the wrong... I reckon he went to the wrong player then, Shane. He had Brad Xavier streaming down. And he was on his own as Ranger comes off. He's been very serviceable in the contest so far.
Spoon's back on, looking to add to those 2. He was pretty
adamant.
Pretty adamant that we needed to give him a bit of a shout out.
He's been great today.
His
hands have been outstanding.
Yeah, his marking's been top rate.
Eade dishing off to Levi, just couldn't hit him. Levi though grabs it and turns and misses everything. Almost hits the light tower. 65-19 here at Passage Road. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Kicking into the breeze, Killarney Vale. They kicked 4 goals in the first term. They kicked 4-3 in the second. Banfield couldn't bring it down. Nice little kick forward. Well done there by Whirl. Sends it up in the air. Probably hasn't gone the 15. Nicely done by Remy to double fist it. Danny Frawley style. Otiwi sells the candy. Out to Ragateri. Back to Otiwi. He's been very good today, Otiwi. Kick was under a little bit of pressure. Well done there by Xavier. Xavier turns away, goes round the corner. This will be a good finish, but it's not quite there. Players up to contest and just missing it to the right-hand side. I think it might have just been tapped through by a defender, Shane.
I think he got a boot to it, but I think he thought he was in front of the goal, not in front of the point. The way there was a look of anguish on his face anyway, for one reason or another.
Wasted opportunity there for the Entrance Bateau Bay. They've kicked 1 goal, 1 this quarter. 5 goals, 4 for the Killarney Vale side this term. Into the breeze. Go figure. Just the experience and the fitness of the superior team. He's just starting to take over here in his second term as Arthur will almost take it in front of Whitbury. He dashes away. Hand pass was slick. They gave it off to Pigeon. Pigeon dashing through the middle. And Lloyd. That's a great grab under pressure and a brilliant build from the Bombers. Pigeon was part of it. Arthur started it. Very complimentary of Max Pigeon then, and for that he has a spell.
Well, if you're going to go Pigeon, you may as well go Max Pigeon, I say.
Yep, almost like Max Power. Lloyd leans back, drills it. Goals. Well, Brandon Lloyd's got 3. Nathan Smith has 3. Nicholas Stanley-Velt has 3. Killarney Vale now have 10. 10-11-71. The Entrance Bateau Bay, 3 goals, 2-20. Brandon Lloyd trying to keep pace with Nick Stanley-Velt. He's got 38 goals this season. As Nathan Smith takes a bit of a spell. He had a quieter second term, Nathan Smith, but not any less effective. Every time he's near it, just does something special with it.
Yeah, it's been a dominant performance this quarter by the Bombers, hasn't it? Really extended that lead on the scoreboard almost without much. Just feels like it's just happened.
Yeah, they just turned the screws here, haven't they? They just upped the ante slightly. Going past it there was Matheson. Pick up, tried to work with it. There was a Tiwi, ran past it. Nice little hand pass. This will be a lasso if it's not touched, and eventually it was. So good decision there by the boundary umpire as Matheson tapped it out off the Alex Pike hand pass. 1 minute and 20 seconds until half-time. Shane will read out half-time score. We'll read up scores from other grounds at the half-time break for a short wrap-up. As Alex Pike tried to do a Luke Bury from last week and score a try. Carried over the boundary. That clip got over 3,000 views.
We got the double cobra for it too.
It was a
I
ripper.
loved it.
So Banfield did well, grabbed it. Sent it up in the air higher than it went further, trying to punch it. This is Arthur outside the boot. That's ingenious. And Henderson takes a chest mark.
Oh.
Was touched in flight. That's the only explanation I have, Shane. Must have been touched in flight. It was a good kick to the outside of the boot.
It was.
Very clever. Ranger nominated for the ruck against Gibbons. Got it down. Nicely rushed through. Goodall underneath it. Goodall's got about 25 seconds to figure out what to do. And I reckon Goodall might actually just take his half minute, get to the siren, have a shot, and let the Bombers go into half-time with a very handy lead. It's been a very good, excellent second quarter. This one, sails in the air, siren gone. And the lead for Killarney Vale is 51. We've got 3 triple goal scorers, Lloyd, Nathan Smith and Nicholas Stanley-Velt. And at halftime, it is 10-11-71 to the Entrance Bateau Bay 3-2-20, who I think have been very competitive, Shane, to be perfectly fair. I've liked Cameron Wells' game in the 57. I've really enjoyed watching Cohen Crook too. He's battled hard. Jason Wildman. Alexander Lewicki, I think, came off for a small injury that quarter, but I'm not certain. Wittenbury's been okay in the back line. Tiwi's been great. And really enjoyed Ryan Kesby as well, but Killarney Vale have just got too much up front, all around the ground, haven't they?
They have, yeah. No, they're looking solid, Ash, looking solid.
So around the grounds, Terrigal Avoca, 27 goals, 13, 175. And just as I click over, Shane, Harrison Pitt has 10 goals, which takes him to 67 goals from 11 games. Warners Bay 47, Cardiff 9, and that's a half-time score, 7-5 to 1-3. And here at Passage Road Oval, as we go to the half-time break, the extended break, Killarney Vale 10-11-71. The Entrance Bateau Bay 3-2-20. Shane and I will have a break, and we'll see you in about 10.
What is going wrong in your life? You're an AFL footballer, you're living your dream. I couldn't bear to look at myself and go, oh, you know what, you probably need help now. What does help even look like? When I was 4 months old, Dad got offered a job to move out to Beijing, and then we moved over to Hong Kong for another 6 years. But I just remember playing so much sport. And that's where I started playing rugby when I was about 5 or 6. And that was my introduction to competitive sport, and I used to love it. We first arrived back in Australia early 2010, and 3 days in, I went on my first school camp. And all I can really remember is just thinking everyone hated me and struggling to fit in. Eventually, I got to a point where I was stressing about where I was sitting at lunchtime, who I was going to speak to during the day, whether I looked like a loner.
How was your day?
I didn't know my first panic attack was a panic attack. Couldn't figure out a little problem. I threw a pen, slammed my head into my desk. I just had no control over how I was feeling. I just felt helpless, that my mind was taking control of the rest of my body. I struggled to understand that people like me could have things like this go on because I'd had the picture perfect life so far.
Oh, Liam.
I still remember really intensely how proud I was when I got drafted and Juddy handed me that jumper.
Stocker from the Sandringham Braves.
I think the thing I remember the most is how quickly my emotions changed. All my exposure to AFL football has been that they live a perfect life. There are no worries. Frankly, it definitely wasn't the case. You're struggling with this aggressive anxiety disorder, but you're still in front of a packed MCG. How does that even break even? But there's an aspect of being able to hide behind the identity that I have out there. And that's probably why it was a safe haven for me when I was playing AFL football and why I struggle so much when I'm not. Like at the time, I really struggled to go back to being me. How hard that is to conceptualise that in front of 80,000 people, you're not under pressure. But at home on your own, you are.
Gil McLaughlin today said footy always finds a way, and the latest was the entire all 10 Victorian clubs being now based in...
I found out the day before that we were flying up to Queensland for 25 days. Pretty much the second I got up there, I realised that something was really off. You know, thoughts of self-harm were well past the point of being worrying. I sort of started unpacking why I was even in the industry. I hadn't enjoyed any of my first 2 years, and it got to the point where football wasn't necessarily detrimental to me, but football could no longer save me. My plan was to retire and forget about football. I thought that me escaping football was me escaping my mental health problems. I didn't like the idea of rehabilitation or didn't like the idea of taking care of my mental health either. In fact, I had these associations with it that I was a weakling because I had to and all this stuff that I've been prejudiced towards since early childhood. I'd like to think that I'm tough and angry and all of these things that we think the perfect 80s or 90s footballer is, and that's kind of how I grew up. When it finally became obvious to other people how much I was battling, the amount of time they put into me to fix things was the best thing that ever happened to me, and that's why I'm so big on telling other people what's going on, because often they have a better idea of the picture than you do. The biggest things for me were the understandings of what was actually going on hormonally in my brain and having some way to justify how I was feeling. So I had a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and medication. When I finally got to that point where when I was in a downhill spiral or something like that, how I could come back to terms with, all right, this is why I'm feeling this way. These are the little things that I can do to get away from it or give myself a second and get back in the moment. Knowing who I've got in my corner as well. So I don't feel alone even when I'm struggling. I now realise my purpose in football might be a little bit bigger than just being good at it. I'm going to do everything in my power to make people feel like suffering like this is okay. I'm an AFL footballer, but I can be human. I don't have to be this super tough guy. Like, I know other people struggle. I know everyone does. And that's what makes it okay for me. I remember I was sitting in my room, I couldn't figure out a little problem with some of my maths homework. Just remember losing it, like I threw a pen, was yelling at myself, slammed my head into my desk, like just doing all this stuff to hurt myself. I just had no control over my emotions and how I was feeling. I just felt helpless.
There are so many thoughts that just enter my head of these ridiculous scenarios that will never happen, but for me, they're so real. My depression made me want to stay in bed all the time, but my anxiety would just make me so anxious about not doing anything.
I thought I was having a medical emergency. I was really dizzy. I was always really worried that I was going to faint. The heart palpitations, the sweaty palms. I was shaking just uncontrollably.
If I had known what I know now, all I need is really a temperature change or something like that to flick me back into consciousness.
Oh my gosh, I have the most amazing psychologists and psychiatrists who just really get me. It's been a journey to find people that really understand and that I really feel like I can express myself to.
I eventually went to a GP in London, and ultimately that led to my diagnosis, anxiety, depression, panic disorder, I felt nothing but just complete relief knowing that there was a name and there was now something that I could do about it. I worked with a therapist quite regularly and we explored medication. As I worked through that, there was a lot that a specialist did with cognitive behaviour therapy.
So I started going to therapy and my attitude was, I'll come in, crack me open, pour me out on the table, and let's just fix this. So having that attitude helped me to, I would say, recover, but it's more a case of, with depression, it's more of a management.
There's no one thing that has got me to where I am. It's a combination of speaking to a psychologist, being really open with my friends, exercise. It all contributes to me being well. There's times where I'm doing great and I feel like I've got a handle on things, and then there's some times where I just have to stop and let myself have those emotions and have those days where I don't feel 100%.
You know, everybody's going to have those periods of low mood. The thing to remember is that you will come out of it. It'll just take a little bit longer than it would normally, and you just need to learn to manage those low moods.
You know, I look back at the person that I was 10 years ago and I don't see the same person now, because the way that I control my thoughts, you know, manage my behaviour and the way that I approach situations is completely different. And that's all learned behaviour in much the same way as you would learn to manage a physical ailment. I've done the same with my mental health.
Things really came to a head when I returned back to Canberra. So around that time is when, I started talking to my dad and asking him to help me see a psychologist and get help, because it was just this turning point where it was I couldn't keep living like this.
I'd always been trying to be someone who would self-fix, and my partner casually suggested, maybe you just need to speak to someone.
There were a couple of things that started happening that really made me sort of move into seeking help. I was starting to notice the effect of how I was feeling was having on Mum. So I started going to therapy. It was a case of asking Mum for help, and then weekly consultations for 2.5 years.
That's when I started my journey with medical professionals, and starting to let people in and talking to my friends and family, and slowly over the next few years, building those really strong support networks.
That was definitely a turning point in the way that I viewed my feelings and my emotions and all of the symptoms that I had with my trauma, was that it wasn't something to be judged or pitied on. It was something to figure out how to manage.
Well, it started with me, with my therapist asking me, why do you think you need to be here? It's more a case of they're trying to understand why you were there in the first place. And again, it's a good exercise for figuring out yourself why you should be there.
Welcome back to Passage Road Oval. Half-time break. Comfortably in front the Bombers as per the schedule. The final scores at the Terrigal-Avoca Maitland game was 29 goals 14, 188 to 1-4-10.
Wow.
Harrison Pitt 10 goals, Brandon Thomas 4 goals. Nathan Belbin 3 goals and doubles to Alec Walters, Latham Carney, Luke Berry, Ethan Hay. And here at Passage Road Oval, it's 71 to 20. Killarney Vale kicking with a 3 to 4 goal breeze if they use it well. They kicked 4 goals in the first term and they kicked 6 in the second into the breeze. So let's see what Ben Roberts' men can do. Scott Reid on the other side there, Shane. What do you reckon he said to the troops at halftime?
I think keep up the effort would be the first thing. They've shown a lot of effort. Just try and get the ball along when we've got the breeze and see what you can do. As we see Ryan Arthur.
No way. No, he's missed it. Wow. That would have been some start. Could hear a few members on the bench.
They thought it was through,
They thought it was good. They thought it was very good. And that's a better start from them. They weren't as good in that first quarter. Ranger round the corner. And that's how you make a mistake punished. Poor kick in. Callum Ranger sees the opportunity, kicks his first goal of the afternoon, and within 60 seconds, Killarney Vale get a goal in the second half. Good snap.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit like what we saw in that women's game where they just couldn't clear the ball out. They weren't giving it enough. And, Killarney Vale just dropping in the gap there and picking up that shallow ball and making the most of it.
You just can't turn over. You can't turn over a football at this level of football anymore. It used to, the standard of this competition has just risen so much in recent years. You cannot make that sort of a turnover. 5 goals on the year for Callum Ranger. So he wrestle it out of the centre again. Jessica Barnes, the umpire, been around for a long time. Her and her husband Michael, great contributors to the Newcastle Central Coast Umpires Association. Ball over the top. Eade, I reckon that's a late shot there. Late one on indeed. Pretty sure that's Hayden Clark in the 17. He'll take a free. Banfield just said, sorry, mate, I didn't mean to give you a whack there. Might actually be Kyle Robertson, actually. It is Kyle Robertson. So Robbo, as they say. He sends along with the breeze. Reading it best, almost reading it best. There was the 34 of Manette. Murphy round the corner. Comfortable mark taken in the last line of defence. Smith calling for it out wide. He was clearly best on ground in the first term. As Kidd, I reckon James Kidd's emerged as one of the better players on field, Shane, in that second term. He got that last line of defence kick. Got it to Banfield. Over the top to the 50th. Gave her in Remy. Remy shot it over the top there to Carter. Also, congratulations in Killarney Vale land to Campbell Wilson, who played his 150th game, and a big one in the women's, Shane. Holly Bryson, 200 games today. That's massive.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, massive in women's football to get those sorts of numbers. Stanley Velt the target. Seizes it from the pocket. That is incredible. Piece of magic from Stanley Velt. That's 4. He just picked it up and got it onto the boot. Got his angles absolutely perfect, like he had a protractor. Let's have a look. This in the replay. Just picked it up and in the same motion, snapped it around the corner as he was almost going over the boundary line, over the scoring line. That's a terrific goal from Stanley Velt. 51 goals in the year. He's 16 behind Harrison Pitt. Pitt got 10 today. He's going to be almost impossible to stop with 7 games to go.
He's on track for that magical 100 too, isn't he, Pitty?
Yeah, for sure. It's a great return, though, from Stanley Velt. 4 goals. Went up a little bit early there, Banfield. Robertson actually used the strength, got it out. Worked backwards and put his teammate under so much pressure. That tackle, was that head first into the ground?
Yeah, I think shoulder just caught. Could have been close, though.
That was a dangerous looking tackle, not pulled up, but Gibbons is okay. He tried to extract it. Oh, beautifully done, Alex Pike. He's been superb today. Over the top. Punch away was good from Jones. Almost picked up by Arthur with the tricky rove. Along the side, looking to get it. There is Wright. Overrunning it. Working to do. Trying to chase down was Lewis. Camped underneath a Hector. Great pressure, Kesby. Could have been a free kick. He did interfere with him not looking at the footy. The umpire said he did enough. The kick went over the top to Ryan Arthur, and Arthur will take the mark on the far wing. Nice ball into Ranger. Ranger took off. Umpire said play on. Into the contest. It's 1-on-1, and Brandon Lloyd does it better than most. Excellent exponent of the 1-on-1 contest. And he marks in front of Cohen Crook.
Must have the grippo on his shirt or something there today, Lloydie. He's grabbing everything that comes near him.
He's been excellent with that long bomb. They isolate him 1-on-1, and if you're not strong enough, you're going to get beat. Lloyd for 4. It's 4 for Brandon Lloyd, 4 for Stanley Velt, 3 for Nathan Smith, and the Bombers got the start in this term, Shane, that they wanted in the first. I think the Entrance Bateau Bay starting to feel the pinch just a little bit here. 3 goals in the first 6 minutes.
A couple of goal sillies there as well. A little draw of the arrow there. I think we saw the same from.
Good to see.
Saw the same from Stanley Velt there too. I think so.
Yeah, nice to see.
It's going to be a race to the bag too.
Yeah, could be 4 each. Next goal wins. The old little schoolyard trick. Gibbons against Banfield. Gibbons won it out. Kesby, hand pass. Nicely done. Good chase down. Pretty sure that was Kidd. If it wasn't, it was Pike. Umpire said legged. Free kick, Potter. Potter. Sent it to the side. Banfield couldn't mark it. Carter around it. Remy needs to keep it in play. Did so. Hand passed over the top. Gibbons went to pick up the footy. In pursuit was Banfield. And so, yeah, we've had a bag in the women's with Mia Wilson with 6. Seen a double bag in the men's cup with Harrison Pitt with 10. Could have a second one here this afternoon. Stanley Velt and Brandon Lloyd have a quarter and a half, or a bit more than a quarter and a half to get 1. Pigeon picks up. Low ball. Stanley Velt looking like a man possessed. Just couldn't get there in time to reel it in. Hamish Matheson preparing to come back on. Tough team to get into, this Killarney Vale Bombers side. So you're doing well to play first grade at the club at the moment. Hasn't always been the case. Had a couple of lean years after their 2022 premiership. Back out a big way as Pigeon tried to work through the congestion. Round the corner, Stanley Velt couldn't get it. A Tiwi dashes away. Beautifully done by the youngster and sends it down the line. Trying to pick up the footy there and send it on a hand pass. A Tiwi followed up beautifully. got it out and across, and the kick was errant. Might have been touched in flight. The umpire paid the mark to Pike. Pike on the switch. That was a good hit. Sends it to Banfield. That's come off his foot. He just needs to be clean with it, and he is. To Remy, who got nailed by Banfield. Too high, said the ump. You can see where Wyman's arm was at the end, but that's not where it was at the start. The umpire was perfect.
They've been good today, the umpires.
Yeah, they have, actually. They really have. It's good when they're consistent. To the front spot. Henderson dropped it. Eade went down, trapped him in, looking for the holding the ball free. It's exactly what he was trying to do. Don't know if he exactly dragged it in there, Henderson, but he was on top of it when the umpire made the decision. Great fist away. That was by Lloyd. Ranger to Arthur. Arthur short in the direction of Stanley Veltz. That's how he turned defence into attack very quickly. Brandon Lloyd's intervention was outstanding.
It was, wasn't it?
And the presence of mind from Ranger to get it to Arthur, and Arthur's composure under pressure as he comes off the bench, onto the bench now for Calvin Bond. His composure got it to Stanley Veldt. And Stanley Veldt looking for the first bag of the afternoon here in the Men's Cup. We had one with Mia Wilson. Stanley Veldt looking for his. And the fireworks will be on screen shortly if he can make it count. That's 5 for Nicholas Stanley Veldt. Great finish to a wonderful defensive effort. He's got 5, Lloyd's got 4, Smith's got 3. And the Bombers have 14, and the fireworks come up for the second time today on the scene. I was just having a look at Harrison Pitt's season so far, Shane, with his 10 today. That's actually his 4th double bag of the season.
Wow. That's when he's on, isn't he?
4 10s this year. I just find that amazing. So go back to the middle, Eade. I'll read out some of the Harrison Pitt totals this year when we have a bit of a chance to do so. So they have a stoppage there. So he got 10 in round 3 against Maitland, 13 in round 6 against Wyong, 10 in round 7 against the Entrance Bateau Bay, and 10 today against Maitland. So he's kicked 20 in 2 games against Maitland. Hacked out kick goes to Wyman, smother off the boot by Remy. Hector looked like a little high as he put his head down to get the ball. Kesby in the contest, worked hard. Cleared away Manette. And that's a good kick. Pretty sure it's Banfield. Banfield underneath it. Sends it over the top to Carter. And the short ball to Smith. Smith's about 5 metres from the light tower then. I did say I was going to check it at half time. I didn't get the chance to. That short ball to Stanley Veldt, my goodness. That's quality right there.
Oh, no, I thought they were playing on there for a second.
And I think he might just go for the left foot, maybe the left foot round the corner. Or is he going to go drop punt? He's got one of the best kicking techniques you'll see in this comp. He's got a great set kick routine. He's very accurate.
His wind will push it a little bit right to left. Might favour him.
Just see how Nicholas Stanley Veldt goes here. He celebrated with the fireworks the last kick. This is for 6. And he's pushed it and hit the behind post. That's hit the behind post harder than Lee Matthews hit it in a game many years ago.
Watch out below.
Look at the shake on that. Short ball over the top, Pigeon. And that was just slightly overhit over Xavier's head. Short ball. Cut off nicely. Entrance Bateau Bay still working hard. Tiwi switches. Good ball. I think it's right with the footy. Only bloke with a 5 on his back on the end. Oh, nice effort there, Lewis over the top. Slick hand pass, Hector. Ranger. Set sail. This is going to go. Oh, what a finish. That is stunning from Callum Ranger. That's 2. Some really good goals in this game, Shane. That's one of the better ones.
I've been toying with my nude nut team of the year, and I think Ranger's in it.
The nude nut team of the year.
Yeah. Well, you got Bishop, Billings.
Wow.
Ranger's in there.
Oh, jeez. Any nominations for Nude Nut Team of the Year, send them our way, that's for sure.
That's it.
That's terrific.
Kubica, he's in there. There's a few good ones out there.
It's a handy side. He went backwards and handball, turn it over to Henderson. Henderson can almost make it from there. He goes short to Lloyd, taps it off the deck. Good effort again by the Entrance Bateau Bay. Henderson steaming through, looks to go backwards, goes to Goodall. Goodall with the broad shoulders, couldn't release in the tackle. Well done there by Cohen Crook, stuck to the task. And kicks a short one over to Taj Regateri, who's going to concede a lasso free kick. That's just not quite there, isn't it? They look threatening and they've got some good points about them, the Entrance Bateau Bay, and good contest there by Atiwi. Wildman, pressure, back to Atiwi. He's been their best to date, but once again, it's almost just under pressure every kick. Remy takes the grab, goes back to Lewis. Lewis could go to Kenobi, but he ignores him, goes to Pigeon. Hector just enjoying his time on the bench as he's worked really hard this afternoon. So Pigeon, been really good. That's not a bad kick to Arthur. Pinpoint. Hitting the straps now, the Bombers. Lead is 82. Asked to play on, he's gone to ground. Eade corrals, Arthur gets round. Nice and long, Stanley Veldt drops the pill. Whirl, tried to go round the corner. Atiwi doing some clean-up work again. Got a good shepherd from his teammate. Hands it over to Boyle, who goes back to Atiwi. Over the top to Greentree. Henderson stopped and propped. Nice hand pass back. That was well done. Looking to start something there. Might have been Levi. Came over the top. Ranger, who kicked the last goal of the game with a superb effort. Taps it to his own advantage. Crook, Ranger, got round him. Henderson was a little late on the scene. Nice effort over the top of Tiwi. Sends a short ball to Wyman. Kenobi read it best. Got the tap forward over the top. Tap back by Barker. Arthur's advantage. Taken in a nice tackle there by Lewicki, who told us he was off the ground for the game in about 15 minutes ago. The Blues move it forward. Little bit of afters there again by Levi. Kick forward there by Kidd in the direction of Lloyd. He takes another great grab. Stanley Veld on the lead. There's no one in the goal square if Lloyd wants to go long and over the top. He does so. Arthur's last on it. Almost read it back best. Intervention was timely. Pretty sure it was Barker. And if it isn't Barker, it was Murphy. That was a great intervention by Pat Murphy. 3 for 1 behind. They get a chance to reset. There's a little bit of feeling in this last few minutes, Shane. A few little off-the-ball things that haven't been overly bad, but they've just been needling each other a little bit. And that's got to be 50.
Yeah.
That's just undisciplined and silly. And Zach Wittenbury, that's not your finest moment. Concedes the 50 to Mason Carter. Pretty sure this is Mason Carter in the 25. Mason Carter will be the 6th goal scorer if he can keep this straight. Don't want to make it a rusted on one yet. And that's why you don't rust it. That's why you don't make it rusted on, Shane. He could have been the 6th goal kicker. That kick's going to go out of bounds on the full. That is out on the full. And the umpire's called that touched. Well, Jackson Potter had a similar angle to us. He's saying it's out on the full. Well, anyhow.
I don't think the camera's going to lie on that one in the review, but anyway.
Well, that's why you position yourself off the line as a boundary umpire, a bit wider than normal. Nice hand pass there, Pike. Ball bobbling around. Hand pass back, Potter. Oh, nice little bump and shove. Pigeon. Kesby, beautiful work, Kesby. Got there, but the turnover to Banfield. And holding the ball. Wow. There's something to be said about prior opportunity. I reckon that's been put away today. And you know what, Shane? They've been consistent with it,
yeah,
so I haven't got a problem with it. Pigeon. Could have camped underneath it. Could have had a tee, as I said in the women's game, could have had a tee and a scone. He had that much time and no opponent. Pigeon. Oh, the fly there was not quite on there for Lloyd as Crook. He stuck to his task today, Crook. I've really enjoyed watching him play. Pigeon pushed him about an hour early. And it'll be a free kick to Wyman. That was a little undisciplined there for Max. Tried to be a bit sneaky about it and just couldn't get it done. Wyman. Is that 50? Yeah, stand rule. Need a stand on the mark. He moves slightly. Cop the 50. Umpire was in the right spot to pay it. Haven't got a problem with that. And as we've been saying, Shane, they've been consistent. That's whether you agree with decisions or not, whether they're technically correct or not, if they do the same thing in the first quarter as they do in the last, and they do it all around the ground, you can't complain.
Well, some people
you
will,
can,
but
you can, but yeah. You can, but yeah. I actually remember doing a game at Killarney Vale in a final, and it was Musselbrook and the Entrance Bateau Bay in third grade when they had me resting in a game. And I paid 7 50-metre penalties in the first half, and they were like, why are you paying all the 50s for? I said, because you keep going over the mark. I said, don't do that, and I won't have a problem. So that one goes out on the full. Kesby. Gee, I've enjoyed Ryan Kesby today.
He's got the best hair on the ground, too. He's not in my new nut team. He's got too much hair.
He's going to have to donate some of that, I reckon. Shave it off and get in the nude nut team. He's been good today. Really, really encouraging signs for the Entrance Bateau Bay. When you've got a player like Ryan Kesby, just keeps putting his hand up. He deserves to put this through the goals. Big fly! Great mark over the back there by Nathan Smith. He was right at the back. Took that clean as a whistle. Went to Pigeons. His distribution was first class. House Pigeons outside of the boot. Ranger had Lewicki beaten all ends up and couldn't reel it in. Ball went out of bounds, and Brendan Lewis will just let that one go over the boundary line. He's played over 200 games, Brendan Lewis. It was great to cover his 200th game last year, wasn't it, Shane?
It sure was, yeah.
The clumsiest goal on your 200th you'll ever witness on TV, I reckon. But he'll have that on his highlight reel forever and a day. Tap forward by Regateri. He's been serviceable. Ball comes off the back, and there's Kesby again. Slipping at the crucial time was Henderson. Remy came through and backed up beautifully. Went past Greentree. Sent it inside 50. Little bit of a push there from Lewis. Play on, said the ump. Arthur got the hand pass up in the air. Work to do. That was nicely done, Wittenbury. Chain of hand passes. Cut off. Umpire said on the ball he had zero time to get rid of it.
Geez, Lloyd's work around the ground today has been outstanding.
And Lloyd did beautifully. This ball has gone an absolute country mile, and it's marked at the back. Guess who? Stanley Velt looking for 6. Stanley Velt round the corner. 6 goals for Nick. He's played really well. It's been dead eye in front of the sticks too, Nick, of the Stanley Velt. On a day where goals are hard to kick with a breeze, he's made goal kicking look quite easy today, hasn't he, Shane?
Yeah, he does. He's a prodigious goal kicker. Coming off the line there, taking a couple of steps out to the right, hooking around.
As they say.
Very well done.
As they say in the classics, he knows where the goals are. He does it with quite prodigious ease, doesn't he? Doesn't make it look difficult, doesn't complicate it.
But it was the ruckman, Lloyd, that did the tackle last time.
Yeah, it was a
and
great
got the
setup.
ball into him, was fantastic.
Here's Goodall. Sends it in, Lewis, first to the ball. Can he keep it in? Tap it first to make it not a lasso. Did well, Lewis. That couldn't have been out of bounds. We're not playing NRL rules here. The ball's got to go over the line. I'll let that go. It's the second time in about 6 minutes. Might still be learning, so I've got to back off on a little bit. Lloyd, big jump over the top. Kesby. Tap down. Who was that just gone over the top underneath there? That was the number 9 of Bond who put his body right on the line. Banfield. Through the congestion. Nice effort there by Robertson. And with 2.5 minutes to go, the lead is 90. Banfield. Nice effort there with Gibbons. Gibbons he's just toiled away. Remy has an eternity to do something with it and turns it over. In the end, he just had too long. Great chase. That was by Potter, who stayed down. I hope he's okay. I think he's in trouble, Potter. He's clutching a hamstring. Might be cramp. We'll have to see. On the football now, Adam Lyons goes for the turn. Oh, lovely little sail of the candy. Adam Lyons sets sail for home. Misses. Gee, I hope Potter's all right. He went down on the chase and went straight for the left hamstring.
He's coming off, Ash, in the hands of the trainers.
That's a big loss if that's a sustained injury, that one. You hope Jackson's all right. He's had an opportunity to speak to him. He's a terrific bloke and loves playing footy. So hopefully he's not out for an extended period, and hope that's just a cramp. Goes down to the ground. Levi Lloyd with a good tackle holding the ball. And he can't play on there, Lloyd. Spoons. As Potter hobbles off. And Ranger will replace him. He's just looks a little bit dejected. Apologies for any sound on the effects mic there. That'll tell you exactly how Jackson Potter feels at the moment. Just hope he's all right. He's a really nice fella and a damn good footballer. Oh, good effort there, Murphy. Pigeon reeled it in.
Is that a good quarter, Pigeon?
Yeah, I've liked his game, actually, overall. He's in the contention for the scene stealer. Great kick. Arthur, he's been
so's this play.
Over the top kick. Looking to go through. And has he finished? Nathan Smith. What a creative finish that was. That's 4 for Nathan Smith. It's a rare afternoon when you get 3 players that have kicked more than 4 goals each. Stanley Velt's got 6. Smith and Lloyd have 4 each. We've got 17 goals. Have a look at the finish here as we come to the close of the third term. Just went between the defenders. Smith picked it up and just had the presence of mind to go outside of the foot. Lovely technique. The score's 116-21. The lead is almost at 100. Warners Bay Bulldogs aren't missing Zach Munns. Well, I'm sure they do. As we get to three-quarter time, 17-14, 106-3-3-21. Stanley Velt with 6. Nathan Smith 4. Brandon Lloyd 4. And scores around the grounds. Joel Amberg Pedersen has kicked 4 goals for Warners Bay. Dignam with 2. Warners Bay are leading 12 goals, 779 to 1-4-10 against the Cardiff Hawks. No score from Wyong versus Nelson Bay. Terrigal Avoca 188-10 with Pitt with 10 goals. We'll go into the final term, see if Smith or Lloyd can get their bag as well, Shane. Welcome back to Passage Road Oval, Bateau Bay. Bateau Bay Sports Ground. It's probably not the name they give it, but it's the one I give it. It's a fabulous facility. And got the pictures on the Killarney Vale side. The Bombers, who lead this game by 95. 17-14, 116 to 3-3-21. They scored one behind that quarter, the Entrance Bateau Bay. They weren't really allowed to play, if I'm being fair. Killarney Vale just turned the screw, Shane.
They did, yeah, yep. Dominant performance by the Bombers.
7 goals, 3 that quarter with the breeze.
Only negative coming out of it was Jackson Potter leaving the ground. Everything else pretty went to script.
Yeah, Jackson Potter now just got the ice on the hammy. He just looks quite a upset man there, and that'll be a good 3 to 4, possibly 3 to 4, but we can't tell, Shane. We're not doctors, and
no, but we can make it up, Ash.
Yeah, I don't. I've sort of I try not to make things up if I can. Try to keep it to the facts, and if I get told something and I'm allowed to broadcast it and we're allowed to say something on the potty during the week, we will. But for mine, Shane, I think Max Pigeon and or Nathan Smith are looking pretty good.
I'm going to throw Ryan Arthur in there as well, because I think he's been outstanding. I tell you what, Brandon Lloyd has been really good for a guy who's supposedly a goal kicker. He's been strong with his hands all around the ground. His efforts in that last quarter, he was rucking, and then he got 2 holding the balls where it was just him putting pressure on the player that set up goals, and he's had a fantastic game as well. So, yeah, there's a few challenges.
Alex Pike's been excellent. Number 5 for Killarney Vale. So, yeah, we'll keep them all in there. We might even...
We'll have to have a raffle, get a trucky wheel or something, spin the wheel around.
Might even have a conversation with a couple of these learned individuals on the right-hand side and see who they thought.
I don't know how far we are away from the brewery. Maybe we swing past there and we all grab a 6-pack.
Yeah, no.
Split it out between...
Maybe 6.
Give it 4 ways. You'll get 6 each.
Six Strings Brewery, the proud sponsor of the Scene Stealer this year. Thank you again to the company for providing us with $50 vouchers for the Men's and Women's Cup. As we get to the final quarter here, it's been a cold afternoon, but the rain has stayed away for the most part as Gibbons wins the first tap of the final term. Gets it down to Levi. Kesby on the chase as well. Tap forward. Opportunity here for the Blues. Chipped over the top, Levi. Punched away from Wildman. Lewis just spiral punts it away, and Murphy takes the grab on centre wing. About 10 or 15 metres forward of true centre wing. More towards the half-forward line. It's almost like the 67-68 in the Women's Cup, probably a bit of half each. Lewis tries to spin out of trouble. Henderson in the back line for Killarney Vale. Kenobi, time and space. Not the best kick. Ended up with Xavier. Xavier just overran it in the end, and Hector kicks it as far away as possible. Clean hands, Lloyd. Over the top to Pike. Pike now looking to hit Stanley Velt. And Stanley Velt puts it to the ground. Cohen Crook gets the hand pass across. They're putting themselves under pressure here, the Blues, with errant hand passes. Look to hit Goodall. Going to ground there was Clark. Goodall put the pressure on. He looked like his head almost got collected with going through that. And I reckon this is going to be holding the ball against Killarney Vale here. He's taken an eternity to get it out.
He never touched that ball, though, Ash. I think if you saw the replay there, they pulled it up against him. So a little bit unlucky, maybe.
Yeah, the umpire was on the back side of the contest there, so I don't think she would have seen it, to be fair. So Smith intercepts the kick. Wasn't the greatest kick there from the Blues. Smith. Wonder if they're going to go for the absolute kill here of... They're just going to work their way through the last term as Hector goes around the corner and turns it over to Gibbons. What would you do? Oh, he spilt it. Banfield almost got him on the spin.
362 could have been called.
Could have been, as he turns it over to Smith. And Smith, he just injects himself in the game whenever he feels like it. It's just been that sort of afternoon for him.
Tell you what, so does this bloke.
Yeah, that's a great kick, and Banfield takes the mark. Jaden Banfield. Henderson has a spell. Carter comes on. He's been pretty good on the wing, Mason Carter. Banfield from a fair distance out. It's going to be a good kick from here into this breeze. Strong breeze that he's kicking into, and I think he's missed everything in the end. Banfield won't mind that too much. Probably slightly annoyed given the fact he has a chance to kick a goal, but not too bad indeed for Jaden Banfield, who only has 83 goals lifetime. He hasn't kicked a goal this year. Oh, that was a crunching effort. Goodall got the hand pass out to Lloyd, over the top Smith. Back to Goodall, round the corner. And that one's going to swing around as Lloyd nearly took a very good mark. They were too unselfish then. I thought Lloyd was going to give it to him, kick it anyway.
Yeah, I thought Lloyd was going to kick it. Then I thought Smith was going to kick it.
Yeah, you have a goal and you have a goal.
Yeah, and they're both on 4 too.
Yeah, don't they know they get fireworks on the YouTube channel? Gibbons takes it down. Hector rides the tackle well from Boyle. Umpire says, give it to me again. So 3.5 minutes of the first of the 25 gone in this last term. Just playing out the final 20-odd minutes of the match. A few little storylines to come, whether Smith and Lloyd can get their fifth as that ball bounces over the top of Wyman. Collected there by Manette, who hasn't had a lot to do, but when he's had to do it, he's done it well. Pigeon sends a nice ball in. Nearly taking the mark there was Lloyd. Doing well, sticking to the task was Crook. That's a wonderful tackle, is it? No, Sling. Good decision. Good call. Free kick to Cohen Crook, who's, well, I said earlier in the game, Shane, he's stuck to the task. He's got a tough play to play on.
He does indeed.
He's got to be able to, I reckon he should hold his head up today. He's been good. Tiwi, excellent mark under pressure in front of Ranger. And pass down the side. Looking for the short ball. Good fist. Play on, said the ump. Arthur just steamed through and got it in front of Whirl. And he sends the ball backwards. They've got that time and space to do it. Remy has got Carter wide, but he goes central, and it was the wrong option as it's turned over to Murphy, who can pretty much kick it from here with the breeze. He's got that sort of a kick about him. As Lloyd comes off, he's got the 4. Be hanging out to get the 5th. That one, Wyman put it down. They continue to work it. Kidd got it out in time. Lewis, hand passed over the top of Remy. Remy's got to go back and chase it. Kesby, like a little fox terrier, taps it over the boundary line. It's probably not the worst result for the Entrance Bateau Bay. They get a stoppage.
Now, don't know whether you can see him off to your right there, Ash, but Luke Flack, I haven't heard his name for a while. Is he back out there, or is he...
Luke Flack?
Yeah.
Can't quite see Kesby. Oh, that's
Kesby
no
limping
good.
as he came off there.
Geez.
Oh,
Yeah, that's no good. He's been one of their best, Kesby. It's a real shame if he has to come off and stay off. Bursting through here is Xavier. Lovely finish.
Don't know whether it's touched, was it, or not?
No, they've given it.
Yep, right, there we go.
Xavier puts it through the big sticks. And the first goal of the final term is with the Entrance Bateau Bay Blues. That's his 8th game of his Black Diamond Cup career, and he's kicked 5 goals, and that was the 5th one. Good finish in the end, Shane. Picked it up and just pummeled it through the big sticks. He's got 2 goals against Wyong, and he kicked 1 against Maitland. And he's got a 4th goal in the plate against Warners Bay. So that's his 4th goal of the Cup season. Cardiff 23, Warners Bay 80. Over at Pasterfield Oval. Warners Bay doing well there to get a big win after last week's disappointing loss. Wildman's toiled hard, but that was well spoiled away. Lewis did the clean-up work over the top to Pigeon. So Warners Bay will go to 20 points. They'll have 5 wins from 11. Nelson Bay 9 games for 5 wins, so they'll stay in 4th. Wyong Lakes, we're still waiting on a result from there. So hoping to hear from someone from the club if possible. As Arthur drills this footy. Great mark. Stanley Velt. The delivery from Arthur was just sublime then, Shane. Right in his area, wasn't it? So he could just stand and deliver in terms of putting his hands up. Looking for goal number 7. It's hard to keep pace with Harrison Pitt when he's got four games where he's kicked 10 goals or more. But he's working really hard to do it. Stanley Velt. He's got himself 47 plus the 6 is 53. As Hector limps off. He's looking for goal number 54 of the year for 7. And he's missed that one to the... No, he's
he
got it.
hasn't.
I
There we
thought he
go.
missed it. The way the goal umpire went, he actually looked like he missed it. But the goal umpire was right on the spot. Nick Stanley-Velt has 7. He's got 54 goals for the year to sit, 13 goals behind Harrison Pitt. And that lead goes out again to 95. They haven't quite got it out to the century yet, Killarney Vale. Just get the feeling, though, Shane, they've taken their foot off the pedal a little bit.
Yeah, they have a little, I reckon.
Just a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, where they are on the ladder, that's their third on the table.
Yeah, well, I'm almost going to say, well, Potter's off for the rest of the game. I think Flack's off as well. I can't see him anywhere.
Yeah.
And Hector limped off and he's on the bench now as well. So
yeah, they just got to put the cue in the rack, I reckon, Killarney Vale, and not get any injuries, as they got one there, beautifully read by Pike. Pike, I reckon, I don't think he meant that to Smith, but it bounced past him. He might say he did. Carter in the contest, great effort there, Xavier. Oh, it worked well. That was good by Taj Regateri, but he just couldn't keep it in. He did well, though. Rode the pressure well from Mason Carter. That one's gone out of bounds. 9 minutes into the final term here at Passage Road Oval on Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield Day. It's the first one. It's been a successful day for both clubs. Hopefully they'll make this a permanent fixture and remember a very, very good man who served the Killarney Vale football and the Entrance Bateau Bay clubs. Well, he actually only really served Killarney Vale, Shane, but he's got a fair bit of influence in this the Entrance Bateau Bay club, with a lot of the female players playing for both clubs.
Yep.
And it's quite dark out here. Lights are on.
it's pretty bloody chilly too, Ash.
It is cold. Looking forward to the heater and the heated seats in my car in about the next 20 to 30. It's Carter to chase it. Gibbons to pick it up. Did well. For a big man, he got down and picked that up very cleanly. And seeing that one over the line is Kidd. So, another minute taken off the clock. Getting into the pointy end of the season, round 13. Maitland versus Cardiff next week. It's a winnable one for Maitland, the way Cardiff have gone. Killarney Vale versus Terrigal next week, Shane.
That'd be an interesting one.
Nelson Bay versus the Entrance Bateau Bay, the Battle of the Bays. 3 bays in our comp. Warners Bay versus Newcastle at Fagan Oval at 3, and Wyong Lakes with the bye. Just trying to quite remember where we're going next
We're up
week.
to
but
Dick
I'm pretty
Burwell
sure
next
at
week.
Dick Burwell,
Yeah.
yes. Dick Burwell Oval. I'll be on a Sydney appointment, so long drive down to AFL Sydney as Smith takes the grab. He's looking for goal number 5,
He
Shane.
is. Get my fingers ready over the firework button.
His ability to kick the distance is not in question at all. It's the accuracy with this breeze.
That's right. You want to set it to the left.
So Smith has just pushed it. That breeze has taken it.
Told him to set it to the left. He didn't listen.
Didn't listen. Expertise of Shane Darwin. You got to listen, even if you can't hear it. So, ball's in the hands of Clark. Clark and Lloyd. That's good. He beat his man all ends up to the footy. Sends it deep. Stanley-Velt's in the favoured position. Takes the mark. Great effort. The kick was right in his area, Shane. He was able to just nudge out Clark and take a chest mark 10 or 15 out. And this is for goal number 8. Goal number 8 to go to 55 on the year. 12 goals is a lot to make up in a goal-kicking race with 6 rounds to go. But at least he's keeping it interesting. Stanley-Velt. It's 8 for Nick. It's a very good day out for Nicholas Stanley-Velt. He's got 8 goals. Nathan Smith 4, Brown and Lloyd 4. Scores 129 to 27. The first time in the match the lead's gotten over the century. Wildman just about to come onto the field. Is this a Tiwi? No, this is Cameron Well. Jason Wyman going into the back line. He's been very serviceable in the forward line today, but when the ball isn't getting down there, you need to readjust. I'm sure Scott Reid will take a lot of lessons out of this game, Shane, and seeing what the best teams do. So hand pass comes out here to Henderson. It's a lovely ball to Lloyd. The hand pass from Arthur was sublime. Here's a long shot from Lloyd. At the back, Stanley Vale. He's let it go through. Has it been touched? Oh, and the goal umpire says it hasn't. So Brandon Lloyd has his bag. That was a stunning kick from a long way out into the breeze. And you cue in the fireworks. That's 2 bags for the Men's Cup. Scoreline is 20 goals, 15, 135. Entrance Bateau Bay have only kicked 1 goal, 1 after half time. 4 goals, 3, 27. Can see Lloyd there. He was outside 50.
He was too, yeah.
Into the breeze.
Yeah.
That is some sort of kick. Wyman didn't really argue with it.
Good body work by Stanley Velt there too to
Stanley Velt
shepherd that one through.
Created a very good intervention as we're back to the middle. Not the best hand pass at Tiwi, but he's butted up beautifully, Pike, with a wonderful tackle holding the ball. Consistency's been the key. As Tiwi, I think, has gone down. Oh, no, don't tell me. I hope he's all right. He's got a knee quite heavily strapped as Smith takes this kick and ambles forward. No pressure on him whatsoever. Hand pass across. That was to Bond, who switched it to Lewis. Lewis, he fancy himself from 45 to get one. Goes deep. Wyman, last line, dropped it. Ranger dribbles it through. Mistake at the back, and they made him pay. Callum Ranger has 3 goals himself, Shane. It's been a good effort from him today. Scoreline's 141 to 27, and the Entrance Bateau Bay, they just made crucial mistakes at times, and they paid for it. I'm pretty sure that was Wyman that tried to mark that football, and even he just threw the head back and said, oh, just not what I wanted. He's a good player, Jason Wyman. He's had a pretty good game in the half-forward zone. They put him in the back line, and yeah, it's unforgiving, the back line, isn't it, Shane?
Sure
You can't make
is.
mistakes.
No, you
Can't drop a mark there on the goal line. So, slick hand pass there from Levi to Murphy. Taken down, a lovely tackle, and he stayed down, Murphy. Oh, no. Can't afford to have him out of the contest. My goodness. That's the heart and soul of the Entrance Bateau Bay, and he's clutching his knee
too. Gee whiz.
Oh, jeez. Ryan Arthur. Just hasn't been the day. Kesby's hobbling too. This is like a punch-drunk fighter in the 12th round, isn't it, the Entrance Bateau Bay? You're almost threatening to stop the fight if you're the referee. Nathan Smith takes the mark about 60 out. Murphy's still down. Oh, jeez. That's shocking. I hope he can get up and get going, but doesn't look good from what I can see. We'll just have to keep just wishing him all the best. That's all I can say there is Pigeon. They move it forward now down the side. That's Sterry, gets it long. Remy mishandles. Eat around it. Got bumped off the footy a little bit too easily. Here's an effort from the outside the boot whirl. And that one's gone over the boundary line. And look at that. Poor bloke, Ryan Kesby. I think he's probably the only one left on the bench, and he can't walk either. Walking wounded on the left of us.
Murphy's up under his own steam, which is a good sign. He is hobbling.
He's hobbling about. I think they'd be better to keep him in cotton wool as well, Shane. There's nothing to gain by keeping him out there, even if they play with 17 in the last 10 or 15 minutes, to be honest. Not going to change the scoreline or the result.
No.
They don't need percentage because, well, they sort of do. If they can pinch a couple of wins, the percentage might be helpful for them in the top 6. Here's Bond. Ball right out the back.
He's walking on under his own steam, Murphy, which is good.
Yeah, good to see. Hand pass over the top. That was by Wittenberry. Ball inside 50. Nice fist away. Trying to pick it up there was Xavier and left it behind. Spinning out of trouble there was Carter. Picked up beautifully by Arthur. God, his first touch is just outstanding, isn't it? Barely fumbles. And the kick to Lloyd was on point. Sitting on the wing now, Lloyd goes long. Stanley Velt, he's right at the back here. Just muscles his opponent out and almost got the chest mark. Smith around the football. Wyman kept it in, did well. Wyman still working with the ball, and everyone stopped there for a sec except for Jason Wyman, who kept running around with the football. Barker left it behind. Did well there, Banfield. Got it back to Kenobi. And ends up back to Banfield. Not the best kick to a big man. Barker sends it long. It's a real wobbler. Sterry couldn't get there. Not a bad result for the Entrance Bateau Bay. That one will run out.
No, agreed.
So they've kicked 1 goal, 2 since half-time. The Entrance Bateau Bay. Killarney Vale have really just been dominant in this second half. It was 71-20 at half-time. So they've kicked pretty much the same score as they did in the first half. They kicked the 71, but they've held the Entrance Bateau Bay to 7 points. It's been an outstanding second half from them, showing the class. That's holding the ball based on how the umpires have been all day. And that's consistency in a nutshell. Harry Levi's toiled hard. Going to get himself a free kick here, Harry Levi. Good youngster. Played 50 games, 9 goals. And he's kicked 7 goals this season at cup level. Looking for his 8th. Harry Levi puts the finger to the sky. And he's got himself a goal today. He's played quite well. It's his 2nd goal today, actually. I think he might have kicked the first of the day, actually, if my memory serves, or the 2nd goal of the day for the Entrance Bateau Bay. Pretty sure it was in the first quarter from memory. As you can see a replay of the set shot there. Very nicely finished. Had the finger in the air pretty early on the piece. See, that was a lovely kick, even if I do say so myself. 21 goals, 15, 141 to 5, 434. So Shane and I just bouncing around trying to get some blood flow in the lower half of the leg before the knee snaps off. Blokes around in shorts here today and jackets. We love that too. It's footy at its finest. Pigeon. Hand pass over the top, Banfield. Try to work it with Pike, who left it behind. Gibbons, hand pass forward. Nice work there by Stewart. Might have been Minette. Oh, once again, Shane, the pickup from Ryan Arthur. Flying through and taking a nice mark. That was well done. That was an awkward push away there from Hayden Clark, who walked off a little gingerly after that one. But he continues the challenge. Lloyd looking to keep it in. Lassie free kick. And we're down to the final 5 minutes. Well, Mr. Darwin.
The way that Ryan Arthur scooped up that ball there, it's almost like he was scooping up a Scene Stealer award, I thought.
Yeah, I think...
He's been pretty good.
I think I will concur with you quite eagerly. He's been outstanding. In a side that's been dominant, his class has shone. Jason Wyman takes a nice mark. Still can't get a result from Wyong. That hasn't been inputted into play AFL. This is Xavier. Brad Xavier. He's been tidy enough. Sends it back and across. And they're doing well to see the footy, I reckon, Shane, because it is quite dark under here, isn't it? As Boyle sends it long. Working through the pack. This is a lovely spin from James Kidd. Over the top, Carter. Is he going to be the next one to touch it? No, it's Stanley Velt. Goes back to Kidd. Kidd drives it long. Lloyd almost couldn't reel it in. It was an awkward ball to reel in. He could get holding the footy here, but he wrestles it off his opponent. Check side kick. And he's bagged it. That is magnificent from the Spoon Man. 6 goals for Brandon Lloyd. He's been very good all around the ground today, Shane. He's taken great marks. Contributed very well when the ball's been on the deck, and that goal is symptomatic of what he's been like today.
Well, we've seen Brandon Lloyd play a lot of good games. He's a fantastic player, but I think this is the best I've seen him play. I've loved his game today.
Yeah, he's quite dangerous. Yep. Can you split a Scene Stealer? Not really.
Yeah, well, as we said earlier, you know, Smith's been great as well. Pigeon's in the mix. There's a solid 4 that you could give it to either of those 4.
I'm still happy with. I think I'm still happy.
Yeah, I
with
think
Arthur.
I'm still happy with Arthur as well. He's been outstanding.
He's been great. So the Men's Cup scores, Terrigal Avoca 188 to Maitland 10. No score from Wyong Nelson Bay just yet. 86 to 23 is Warners Bay over Cardiff. And here at Passage Road, it's 22-15, 147 to 5-4-34 in the dying embers of the match. Lead is 113. Gibbons has toiled all match in the ruck. He's been really solid for the Entrance Bateau Bay. Hand pass back. That was to Manette. Looks for Smith. Smith. Oh, that was magnificent there on Jones. He turned him beautifully. Smith. This will be some sort of goal if it goes in, but it's touched in flight. And a lovely diving effort there to stop it. That would have been the goal of the day, Shane.
Would have been a great way to big up his bag too, wouldn't it?
Oh, would have needed more than fireworks for that goal. That was brilliant. That's why he's in the rep team. He's so highly regarded. I reckon every coach would have nightmares when he's lining up in a team. Punch down. Looking to get it here, Greentree. Carter couldn't keep it in. He's had a solid game too, Mason Carter. He's only a young fella, and I think he started in Cup last year from memory. He's just improved every week.
Yep. Well, it's players like that make it hard. You know, as a coach, like Ben Robertson's going to have to make some tough calls come the end of the year when he's picking teams in finals if he's got a full fit squad. And that's what you need. You need depth in your club so that it does make it hard for you to drop any of these young guys.
Yeah, it's exactly right. As Boyle gets the free kick against Arthur, it's probably his only error of the game. And he's still trying to work out what it was. Doyle sends a wobbler. Carter read it beautifully. That was a really tough ball to read. Inside the final minute here at a very chilly Passage Road. Killarney Vale started slowly. The Entrance Bateau Bay started really well, and you thought for about 15 or 20 minutes it was going to be one of those games where Killarney Vale just couldn't get it right. But once they got their rhythm, Shane, it's just been one-way traffic as Stanley Velt looking for 9 on the siren. He's really good. I'm so impressed every time I get to watch Nicholas Stanley Velt play.
Especially on a windy day too. Like, he is a great kick of the football.
This is not a day where goals are easy to come by. He kicked 11 against Wyong. Is this for 9? Missed it to the right. So he's kicked 11 against Wyong, 6 against the Entrance Bateau Bay, 5 against Terrigal, which is no mean feat, 7 against Maitland and 5 against Wyong. And round 11, as we hit the final siren, Killarney Vale, after about the first 15 or 20 minutes, put the foot down and it was all she wrote. Killarney Vale, 22 goals, 16, 148 against a gallant the Entrance Bateau Bay, who did try hard all day, but unfortunately ran out of cattle. They've only got, I think, only one on the bench in the end. And
I think both teams ended up with one on the bench.
It's just been a tough afternoon for them. They came up against the Killarney Vale side who have just got class written all over them. Nick Stanley Velt got 8 goals. Brandon Lloyd got 6. Nathan Smith got 4. And Callum Ranger got 3 for the winners. Harry Levi got 2 for the Entrance Bateau Bay. And the scene stiller this afternoon is Ryan Arthur. Shane and I are very much in agreement with that. Next weekend, we're going to Dick Burwell Oval to see the Nelson Bay side taking on the Entrance Bateau Bay. Warners Bay take on Newcastle at Fagan Oval at 3 p.m. Killarney Vale take on Terrigal in a real heavyweight Central Coast clash at Envisage Property Oval. And Maitland take on Cardiff in a game that I reckon Maitland would look at for a sniff. From Shane and myself, Ashley Borg, we hope you've enjoyed Jason Fretwell Memorial Shield afternoon. Congratulations to the Bombers, and we will see you next week on The Scene. You streamed it on The Scene.
This has been a Scene Production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.